Hello everybody, this is Ravens Guardian with another episode of American Truck Simulator. If you remember from our last episode, we were trying to make it to Arkansas to be able to do the World Trucks event. Unfortunately, that time has expired. That event ended on the 17th, which was about 2 days ago. So we didn't quite make it, but that's okay. I think the first thing we're going to take a look at today is buying ourselves our own vehicle. So our own truck, so that will require us to go to the bank, take out a loan, and then we'll go about getting that taken care of. Alright, so let's take a look at the bank here. I mean, regardless of what we do, we have to get our own truck for this, because we need our own truck to be able to do any of the World Truck events. So we'll just go ahead and do that. So we took out $150,000. Alright, so now let's go and buy ourselves our first truck. Alright, so I was taking a look here at the used trucks before I started. I was trying to figure out, what would be a good buy for us. Something that's got relatively good torque, good horsepower, because we really need something like that to pull the loads, depending on what we're trying to get. And then also I want something that's probably in a 5-star condition, but not super expensive. Obviously, because we could get a brand new truck with like 0 miles on it for $120,000. But if say I pick up something, say like this Volvo right here, or even this Western Star. See, the Western Star has only 1,250 pounds of torque, whereas this Volvo has 1,650. So this is probably a better buy. It has considerably less mileage, not less than the Western Star here, but the Western Star only has 1,350 when it comes to torque and 700 horsepower, or 370 horsepower. Whereas this has 400 and 1,650. And it's only 17,000 miles more, and it's actually even cheaper than the Kenworth. So at this point, I'm thinking that this is probably going to be our best option. So we'll just go ahead and purchase that. Just something to get us started. Obviously, the more money we make, we'll get more vehicles as we go on, more trucks, and we can always hand this off to one of our employees at a later time, so that they can use it and earn more money that way. Alright, so we have to choose where we're purchasing from. Unfortunately, it looks like the only place that we can buy from is Las Vegas. So, well, that's mainly because that's where we have our garage, right? So there's not really anywhere that we can have this other than in Las Vegas at this point, unless we bought a new garage and a new location. So that's one of the other things that I wasn't super worried about with the getting to Arkansas so that we can do the World of Trucks events. After I learned that we needed our own truck, I was like, well, this thing's pretty much a wash. We might as well just go back to the start, buy our own truck, and go from there. So, all right, we'll send this to Las Vegas. Obviously, we got to select our own spot here. All right, so we're down 90,000. However, that still leaves 61 in the bank, so that gives us a little bit of a buffer in case we don't make the money that we're hoping to make right away. That way we can, kind of pad ourselves a little bit, just until we can get our feet under ourselves. All right, so here's our brand new truck. Looks pretty cool. All right, so let's go find some jobs here. So now, if you notice, we can only do quick jobs before. However, now the freight market and external contracts is open. The external contracts is where we can do the World of Trucks event. So, as you can see in the top right corner there, it says the Cruising Arkansas event is still available. However, everything that I read stated that it ended on the 17th. So I'm not sure if that's just the game hasn't updated yet, or if it is still available. And if it's still available, then by all means, I say we try to make our way out that way. It doesn't hurt to go out that way anyways. Obviously, we're just going to go ahead and head that direction and see what happens. All right, so external contracts. Now you can see we're synchronizing with World of Trucks. All right, so we have a bunch of different things here. Now you'll notice also that we have a time limit here. So the time remains 11 hours 58 minutes for this one, 10:25 for that one. Those are just telling us that those are the times that we have until we have to get cargo and deliver it to where it needs to go. All right, so it's just a standard delivery for this one, which is okay. So let's go ahead and begin delivery. All right, now remember we're going to be our own garage, so we're going to have to go drive, pick this thing up, hook it up, and then drive to wherever it needs to go. All right, so the other thing you'll notice is that the camera seems to move a little bit easier now. I've got Track IR hooked up, so that's kind of a nice thing that we'll be able to use now. So that's kind of cool. All right, make sure to turn our lights on so we don't get in trouble there. All right, so let's go ahead. It looks like we're put in reverse here and back up. Back it right out. Alright, so we're headed towards picking up this first load. So, you know what? There's not anybody coming, so and it's a right turn. Right? So it's fine. Let's go get this. I definitely like this setup a lot better. So I just got a G920 Logitech wheel for this. It's smooth as butter. It's pretty nice. It's a lot better than the controller, and it's a lot easier to drive with. But hope all you guys are doing pretty well today. Today's been kind of busy for me, but that's okay. It's, can't really complain. I get to make YouTube videos today, so it's not a big deal. Alright, so the other thing you'll notice is our sleep meter is half full. So that was one of the things that I probably should have thought about before we took this job, is we're going to need to sleep at some point. Let's go here into Walbert and pick up this load. So I think the load is all the way over here. At least that's what it looks like on the mini map down there. Yep, there it is. get behind it. Bruce. And forward. And away we go. Alright, our first load pulling with our own vehicle. Pretty exciting. There's Bob there. Making sure we're taking the right load. Hey Bob, we'll see you later. Alright, here we go. Alright. Car coming that way. Doesn't look like anything that way, so off we go. So we have a 10-hour drive ahead of us, so that just means that we are going to be needing to sleep at some point, probably very soon. Perfect green light. So we'll try to get as close as we can, and then once we get closer to our destination, we'll go ahead and rest, and then that way we can make sure we're well rested, not fall asleep at the wheel. You know, all that negative stuff. Alright, here we go. Off we go to the Albuquerque, New Mexico. So we got a speed limit 35 right here. Come on, Mike. Well, the good news is, too, we're also getting new stuff that we haven't seen yet when it comes to roads. So these are new roads that we're adding. Speed limit's 25. Oh, I guess we need to turn. Sorry, car. Woo! That's close. Would have been nice to know that I had to turn. This lane. Whoa. It's running all kinds of lights. It was yellow. I swear it was yellow. Fortunately, I'm still trying to figure out the controls a little bit here on the steering wheel. So more distracted driving. Obviously not safe driving. But yeah. Trying to figure out why I can't use my blinkers. Even though I have them set up in the controls, but it's not taking them for whatever reason. Maybe we'll see if we can fix it here at the stoplight. Alright, we're back. There we go, we fixed it. Alright, now he's coming. There we go. Here we go, off to the races. Making good progress. Still got 9 hours, 48 minutes left to drive. That's alright. It's really awesome how awful this track IR is. And also the steering wheel. Just so much smoother in comparison to the Xbox controller. Oh, a little fast. I'm going to slow down a little bit. Slow. Don't slow too much though. Alright. Set cruise control. There we go. Now it's speeding at 65 anyway, so into Arizona. Now, if you remember last time that we drove across the border into Arizona, we were supposed to stop at the way station. We saw that the way station was red, so we're like, oh, red means it's closed. Well, no, red means you need to stop. So we're going to make sure that we definitely make sure that we stop this time if we see that red light. So that's why we do have the money to support fines. Obviously, we don't want to do that if we don't have to. Speed is slowing down. Like I said, we don't have a super powerful truck, but that's kind of what we expected at this point, right? We can always upgrade the truck later. Maybe get a better engine. Those kinds of things. But right now, we're just happy with what we got. You know, we saved about 30 grand by not having to buy a brand new truck. And honestly, the maintenance isn't super intense right now, so I think it'll be okay, maintenance-wise, for a while. It only has 17,000 miles on it. Which a lot of people are thinking, you know, 17,000 miles, I mean, that's quite a bit. Well, yeah, you're not wrong. But when you think about it, you know, the United States is roughly, what, 3,000 miles across, give or take, a couple hundred. So, I mean, that's only, you know, 6 trips across the United States. So 3 back and forth, if you want to count it that way. So we're green this time. You can bypass the nearby way station. So there you go. Don't have to worry about stopping. Thank goodness. Yeah, like I was saying, in the grand scheme of things, like, yes, it is, you know, it is a lot. 17,000 is a lot when you're considering an age of a truck, especially when your livelihood is, you know, that truck. It's kind of a big deal. But for right now, it'll get us started. It'll get us to the point where we're not super stressed about you get over me. Come on. Well, that truck was not kosher, was letting me in. That's not cool. Alright, well, in any case. And he had to get over anyways. This is dumb. Yeah, like I said, not super worried about it. The maintenance, I think, will be alright. Alright, so we're about to turn on to 40 east here towards Flagstaff. And remember, we're going to have to sleep at some point, so we definitely want to keep an eye on our little icon there on the bed, because that's going to be pretty important. Okay, dude just slammed on his brakes. Just a matter of where do we want to rest. I think once we get a little bit further to the east, I think that's where we'll consider sleeping. Come on, give us some gas. It kind of stalled us out on that hill. Alright, we're also taking a new route here, headed that towards Kingman, so that's kind of nice. It looks like we're actually going to get off this next intersection, maybe. I don't know, we'll see. We'll stay here for right now. No, it looks like we're actually going to stay on this highway, so let's get over to this middle lane. It was hard to see what those arrows were telling me to do, whether they were telling me to go right or to go left. In this case, they were telling me to go left. Alright, 485 miles to go. Speed limit's up to 75. Again, we can't really do do 75, just due to the fact that the World of Trucks, when you have it synchronized with your account, it caps out at 65. So we'll just do 65. Or whatever the truck can manage, as it appears we're slightly underpowered. I really can't stress how much of a improvement on the controls this G920 steering wheel is. Like, it is unbelievable the quality of life that this thing has brought to this game. So if you're on the fence about picking up a G920, I would highly recommend it. I managed to get mine for a pretty good deal on the last Amazon Prime Day. Generally, they're roughly about $300, but it was actually on sale for $200, so I got $100 off. And I'm sure that when Black Friday comes around, Logitech will probably put theirs on sale as well. So you might even just be able to pick one up then for a pretty good price. So just keep an eye on it. If you guys have been on the fence about it, I would say absolutely pull the trigger on it and get it, because this is night and day from the controller to this. There for a second, I was having flashbacks, because I think that was the same exit ramp that we almost hit that truck in episode 1, if I remember right. Maybe it was episode 2, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it was that exact same exit, because the trucks have a very common behavior to that event. Alright, 413 miles to go. 6 hours and 52 minutes. Now, granted, we are going to have to sleep, so that's going to add 8 hours. So we're going to have to spend 8 hours basically sleeping, and then we'll pick back up. But like I said, we'll try to get as far east as we can before we actually need to stop. I might actually go in and look at the map here in a second and find a spot. So we could rest here, but like I said, I want to go a little bit further east first. Alright, so let's pull up that map. And the look at the keyboard is not ideal. Alright, here's the map. Let's see, maybe we can sleep in Holbrook. I don't know if Holbrook's gonna be too far though. No, I don't want to mark there. Yeah, so just based on where we're at, I think um, it's probably not a bad idea to just go ahead and stop at Flagstaff. So we'll stop there at Flagstaff. We'll take our rest, and then we will continue on our way. Especially since our little bed man he's starting to get pretty blue. So I think stopping here in the next little bit's probably the smartest decision. I think it was only like 50 minutes away. As opposed to 6 hours. Alright, sweet, we're in Flagstaff. So we're coming up on our little exit here. Just up here around the bend is where we're going to go. So I discovered Flagstaff, so that's good. Slow down way fast. Alright. Let's wait for this light. We'll pull in here and get some rest. so we're just gonna sleep here. Turn off our engine. And then we'll rest. Alright, well, I guess it was either, I guess it was a little more than that. I could have swore it was only going to be a couple, like 8 hours, apparently it was 12. So, good to know. Yeah, let's get back on the road, because I don't know exactly when this needs to be delivered. We want to be in the left lane there, but that's alright. I don't think there's any vehicles coming. Yeah, we're good. Oh, nice. That's kind of cool. Look at that. Got a little skate park there. That's kind of cool. I guess I should probably make sure my truck's not sitting on the railroad tracks. I guess it's the ambulance. The AI's doing AI things again. Yep, see? But go ahead. No, I'm just kidding. This car's like, yeah, go ahead. So, you know what? I'm just gonna go, because I'm not gonna mess with that. Ew! That was close. Almost caught that telephone pole, or that light pole. Yes. Just waiting on the red light. Here we go. 5 hours and 46 minutes left in this run. It's 3:39. Since it's such a long run, I think this will probably be the only run that we'll do in this episode. But that's okay. I mean, if you remember last time, I think we made it to Kingman in that episode, and now we're going to make it all the way to Albuquerque. So we're basically doubling what we did on the previous episode. Or I guess the previous drive out to the east. Alright, sweet. Headed towards Albuquerque. I guess we are taking a left turn at Albuquerque. In any case, off we go back onto the highway. Here we go. Let's see if there's any cars coming. Ooh, yeah, there's a big truck. Ooh. That was close. set the cruise control, and off we go. We're getting only 65 because we're synced up with World of Trucks. Now, granted, I could turn that off since we're not doing any World of Truck event stuff right now. And then we would be able to drive 75, no problem. Actually, faster than 75, but I feel like this gives it a more realistic feel, right, being able to drive 65 as opposed to 75. Because there are a lot of trucks out there that, again, I'm not a truck driver, but there are a lot of trucks that I see that have stickers on it, saying limited to 65 miles an hour, or maybe not tractor trailers, but, some of the cargo vehicles and stuff. So I feel like it adds a little bit of a touch of realism. And since we're doing the realistic economy, I say why not make it as real as we can. Now, granted, there are some times where it's like, well, as a truck driver, you would think you would stop and get food, or you would, stop and need to go to the bathroom, or something like that, But, you can make it as real as you want. I suppose it gets a little more complicated if they were to add those kinds of things in. And obviously it's also probably not good for a truck driver to be holding their pee or not eating for 12 or 13 hours in between their sleep cycles. So that's probably also unrealistic. In any case, 275 miles to go, so 4.5 hours. We're almost there. So we should be getting there roughly 5:51 Mountain Standard Time in game. That's going to go by pretty quick. I imagine that'll probably be another 20 minutes of real time, and we'll be where we're trying to go. Alright. Arizona. Which is odd, because I thought we were already in Arizona. Maybe it meant New Mexico. I don't know. Entering the city of Holbrook. Actually, this is where we stopped, right? Holbrook is where we had one of our stops. And then we went from there to Socorro. So kind of bypassing that and going straight to Albuquerque this time around. Alright, so looking at our gas, let's see, we're doing okay on the fuel. I think we'll be alright. We may not have to stop for gas before we drop this stuff off. Alright, entering Apache County. Petrified Forest National Park. I bet that's probably pretty cool to see. I've never been there. But I've seen petrified trees before. And I just think they're really cool. It's crazy how, time has an effect like that on plants. Maybe at some point, maybe one day I'll be able to get out there. Ooh. This stuff's getting crazy. I think it stopped because that truck, I don't think would have stopped. Alright, let's go. Oh boy, come on. The AI in this game, man, I tell you. Holy smokes. Yeah, I'm going copper. How in the world would a trailer ever have that happen? have no idea why my hazards are on. I did not turn them on. And I didn't almost have an accident, so I don't know why it freaked out. Maybe because when I slammed on the brakes due to that right lane being blocked. I don't know. Alright, 200 miles to go. There's a tourist area up here ahead. Unfortunately, we don't have time to stop for that. Alright, cruise control's back on. This RV over is swerving back and forth. Hope he's alright. Keeps going back and forth in the lanes. What are you doing, dude? Alright, welcome to New Mexico. Green, you can bypass the nearby way station. Fantastic. Don't have to stop at this one either. Must know. He's like, oh, this guy's behind schedule. Let him go. 180 miles to go. Historic trading post, unique gifts and souvenirs. Oh, we discovered Gallup. So now we have discovered 50% of the cities in New Mexico, or at least the cities that are in the game. Obviously, there are a lot more than what the American Truck Simulator depicts, but because they only have 14 total that are in the game, and we've discovered 7. Native American jewelry. Landscape around here is pretty awesome. Slow down a little bit for this turn, just in case. Alright, cruise control's back on. That was kind of sharp to me. I didn't want to have any incidents, obviously. No damage to me or the cargo, especially now that we're driving our own truck. Sorry about that. So one problem with track IR is if you look away from the screen, your person also looks away. So all right, 130 miles to go. We're almost there. maybe before we take our next job, we'll make sure that we get rested, so that way we're well rested and can take a drive without having to stop. Some of these jobs, obviously, timing-wise, there's not a lot of time to get the job done, especially like just-in-time deliveries. So if you need to rest on a just-in-time delivery or something like that, and you don't have enough time to rest 12 hours, you can get penalized and lose money on the job. I mean, you'll still make some money. I mean, you may break even, or you may actually lose a little bit depending on how much gas you use and all that stuff. Speaking of gas, I am pretty low on gas, down at about a quarter tank, so maybe we need to take a look and see if we can hit up a gas station. Alright, so it looks like there's one coming up here. So let's set that as a marker. There, we'll set it right there. Okay. So it would not be good to run out of gas, obviously, then the delivery would still not be made, regardless of us running out or not, so that would not be good. Alright, so it looks like our exit is coming up here. So it looks like this weird, crazy, we're going to drive past, we're going to go loop around up across the bridge that we're just not passing, which I don't know why I couldn't have just taken that exit right there, or I guess I could have. Well, that's unfortunate. Talk about confusing. Alright, let's go back here and take that out. So we're just going right there. I think we'll have enough gas to get there. It's going to be close. I think we'll be all right. All right, let's keep going. At this point, we don't really have a choice because there's no more gas stations between us and our delivery, so it is what it is. We're just going to have to bite the bullet and hope that we make it. The nice thing is that we're making up pretty good gas mileage right now because we're not really using the engine too much. 60 miles to go, about 1 hour. We discovered Albuquerque. So that's 8 of 14. We're running out of fuel. You should find a filling station. Yeah, I'm well aware. Thanks for the heads up. Drifting over the place here. Just gonna go ahead and get over this thing. in a specific lane. No, we do have to be in this lane. Oof. That was close. Nobody over there. Good. $25 miles. Alright. 16 miles. Hopefully this gas will hold out, because we are super low. I should have stopped and got gas when I stopped to sleep. So, note for future me, if you're going to stop and rest, you might as well also fill up on gas, just to make sure you don't run out of gas, because that is rather embarrassing. Alright, we're going to take this exit here. Median left. Come on, light. Ooh, she was in our lane almost. Let's figure out where he wants us to deliver this at. Slow down, slow down. Wants us to back it in right there. Oh, this is going to be the first time we have to back it in. And I don't think we got enough gas to do it, so I'm probably just going to not back it in. And I think we're just gonna get in there on this one and call it good, because we gotta get some gas. Alright, so we got $1,867, so that'll cover 2 days worth of repaying our loan, almost, so that's kind of good. So that was beneficial. Obviously, we still got to go get some gas, but, you know, that's alright. I'm hoping that, if I remember right, we had a 120 gallon gas tank, so we got about 5.4 gallons left in the tank, which is super low, so that's obviously not good. In any case, thanks for watching. I appreciate you guys sticking around for this one. It was exciting. Like I said, the G920 steering wheel and track IR, quality of life improvement of those two things onto this game are phenomenal. So I highly recommend them. Obviously, not everybody can afford those things because they're rather expensive, and I fully understand it. It's taken me years to be able to get those. So if you guys are thinking about it, just keep that in mind. I think it's well worth it. In any case, I appreciate you guys' time. Thanks for sticking around, and I will see you in the next one. I'm going to go get some gas, and when we pick up in the next episode, you will see me at the gas station. All right. Have a good one. Bye.